Here's a twist you probably didn't expect. Clara Ford, Henry Ford's wife, refused to daily a Model T. She preferred her Detroit Electric, and she drove it into the 1930s. Quieter, cleaner, no hand crank, no gear wrestling. In an era when many women chose electric over gasoline. Around 1900, electric cars were quiet, clean, and easy to drive. No hand crank to start the engine, no clutch gymnastics. For city errands, they were perfect, and women buyers led the way. Then came two big shocks. Henry Ford's cheap gasoline car and the electric starter in 1912 that killed the hand crank for good. Clara's car was a 1914 Detroit Electric Model 47 Brougham, a parlor on wheels. These Detroit-built EVs were produced by the Anderson Electric Car Company from 1907 to 1939, with ranges commonly advertised around 80 miles per charge, and even a record test of 211 miles under ideal conditions. Top speed? About 20 miles per hour, perfectly normal for the era. Detroit Electric even offered Edison nickel-iron batteries as an option in the 1910s, tough cells that could extend usable range and lifespan, though expensive. For Clara, the choice was practical. The Detroit Electric started instantly, didn't smell, didn't shout, and didn't fight back with a crank handle or stiff gearbox. Detroit Electric salespeople targeted women buyers on exactly those points, and one of them, Lillian Reynolds, is noted for helping sell this car to Clara. She simply kept using it well into the 1930s. Electrics dominated short urban trips, but the U.S. quickly became a long-distance country. Gasoline cars brought range, refueling speed, and, thanks to Ford's assembly line, low prices. Once the electric starter arrived, the main convenience advantage of electric cars faded. By the early 1920s, most American cars had starters. Electric car sales collapsed. Henry Ford's Model T put America on wheels. Clara Ford chose the quiet alternative. It wasn't a protest, it was preference. The Henry Ford Museum preserves her actual 1914 Detroit Electric Model 47, and their notes plainly say, Clara drove it into the 1930s because it was easier, cleaner, and calmer to use. What Clara valued, quiet startup, no shifting, no fumes, is exactly what's powering the EV comeback. A century on, the reasons rhyme. And that makes her story feel less like a quirky footnote, and more like an early use case lesson that still applies. If you could daily one-century-old car in a modern city, would you choose a gasoline runabout or Clara's silent electric?